CLC Stage 05, Grammar Screencast, version 2018 or 19. Here's what we're going to cover today. We're going to cover conjunction, simple coordinating, add some review of prepositions, add two more prepositions, pair plus accusative, post plus accusative, review the present indicative, and we're going to add the perfect indicative, and then still talk about subject-verb agreement and the difference between the verbs. Conjunctions join two phrases or two clauses. Like socks, they have two matching sets. And conjunctions that we've seen so far, et and works well. So we have caecilius et metella. Those are two phrases. Walk to the forum. Caecilius walks to the forum and sits. Those are two clauses. A clause is a verb and everything with it. So if we have two verbs in a sentence, we have two clauses. And we can also have Caecilius walks to the forum and he does not sit. So the common conjunctions are et and, out or, neque and not. Coordinating conjunctions are when you combine the two, such as out, Caecilius, metella. Either Caecilius or metella walk to the forum. Et. In this case, joining two clauses. Both Caecilius walks to the forum and he sits down. Or we can also have neque, neither nor. Neither Caecilius walks to the forum, nor does he remain. So et, both and, out, either or, neque, neither nor. A little phrase that we didn't pick up was the enclitic que. When you see a que at the end of a word, that que indicates a conjunction is similar to and. You circle it, draw it to the beginning. Gods and goddesses were living on Mount Olympus. So therefore, the proper conjunction for que, it's the same as et, and. Accusative and ablative prepositions, reviewing. Ablative, ab plus ablative separation from, ex plus ablative separation, source out of, in plus ablative, like Mickey is right now, in, sub plus ablative, under, odd plus accusative, limit phrase to or toward, trans plus accusative, across phrase, praeter plus accusative, past phrase. Now we're going to add pair plus accusative, through, and post plus accusative, after. All right, so we have a sentence here. We look for the verb first, ambulaverunt. It's perfect indicative active. We'll be covering that, which will be indicating simple past passive plus subject, they walked. Pair plus accusative, through phrase, through the streets. Post plus accusative, behind or after phrase, which is the same thing, behind the wall. If you need to fill these in, you've got the PowerPoint or the Google Slides presentation below. In the study, there's an elegant cupboard. In plus ablative, and which of these is ablative? Number 2. Wow, we've covered a lot. Now let's talk about the reviewing the present indicative active. The endings are all the same. Os, est, mus, tus, unt. Now we need to learn the perfect. The perfect indicative active is a new stem, but the endings are all the same, even more than other before. E, isti, it, imus, istis, erunt. The perfect is what you want to do to talk about the simple past, or as we'll see, the perfective present. So the endings for the present, o, est, mus, tus, unt. Now the perfect endings added to the perfect stem, e, isti, it, imus, istis, erunt. So the present indicative either is translated he sends or he is sending. The perfect indicative, he sent or he has sent. Me sit is one of the forms you learned. That's a perfect. They're all third person singular. The long is tells you it's a perfect, so he sent. So the ending, the stem is all the same. Ladawi, weed, me, skip, adi, fu. But the endings are all the same. So therefore, these stems will tell you immediately. Notice those long marks. That's a big key that it's a perfect. But there's also some extra consonants put in. For example, whenever you see V, S, U, or X, you're dealing with the perfect. Watch. In the verb ambulaverunt, we see it's a perfect V from ambulant. Pulsavit, we see a V from pulsat. This is the perfect because you have an X plus that ending isti, tells you it's a second singular. Perfect from coquis. Habui, V sucks with a U from habeo. Plausisti, plaudeo would be the stem. So it's the present stem will be similar to it, but it's slightly different. That tells you it's the perfect, the simple past. All right, so let's review some of a question. Tu omnes res non. So which of these verbs is going to agree with tu, second singular? It would be cognovisti. So let's talk about what the tenses are. We have present tense, which we know, it's happening now. Past tense, it happened in the past. Future tense, it's going to happen from now. But is that enough, just saying simple present and future? Those are tenses. Well, they are. There's only 3 tenses, but you also have to realize that there's this thing called aspect, or the quality of the action. For example, when it says, Grumio says, I am a cook, I am cooking dinner, these are both present tense. The only difference is the aspect. Present, indicative in Latin, can signify either a simple aspect or a progressive. So verb aspects, we have a simple aspect, which would be happens. Progressive aspect keeps on happening. And a perfective aspect is a current state as a result of a past action. It kind of looks backward. So therefore, to think of it in the matrix of aspect and tense, we have our tense here and our aspect here. Present tense, simple aspect, would be just simply it happens. I send, I sent. Progressive present, I am sending. Progressive past, I was sending. And perfective present, I have sent. I am in the state of having sent. I have eaten. I'm still full. So the present indicative either signifies simple present or progressive present, depending on the context. He sends, he is sending. Same form in the Latin. Misit, perfective present. He is in the state of having sent, result of past action, or it could also be a simple past he sent. It's more of an English problem than a Latin problem. And finally, the other forms we'll be learning in the next chapters. All right, well, jot down the questions. Stop the video if you need to. Highlight. Make your notes. Come up with your questions. Do well on your grammar e-lecture. Remember, 60% is passing, 80% is bonus. And then I'll see you tomorrow. And good luck.